Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! Needs the point, and it's alive! Hanson pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
It is officially playoff time at the 15U Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament. The 1-seed 4-0 Ohio Mavericks are back for more as they take on the 2-1-1 number 4 seed Diamond Boys Showcase. Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Should be a fun matchup here. It always is a good time covering this Diamond Boys team. But the Mavericks, this is their tournament. Pool play over the past couple of years across a number of age groups. They have been the creme de la creme, arguably the best organization in the tournament when it comes to the regular season. Postseason, they've had some struggles. NMC, along with Release, have dominated the last couple of years. It's time for a couple of different organizations to try their hand and knock them off too. The Diamond Boys getting their first crack at this tournament along with the North Coast Rebels. Rebels are up next against Release Edwards. And right now, once again, we will see the Diamond Boys in action. What a win for them earlier. 4-4 through 7. In the end, went to the 8th inning, went down by 2, tied it. And that is enough to displace AMP, knocking them out of the tournament in unfortunate fashion. Really heartbreaking for AMP, but the Diamond Boys have earned the right to be here and have earned the right to take on this talented Maverick squad led by Grayer Sweeney on the mound, the freshman out of Twinsburg High School. Time locally, 2:02 p.m. We are ready to go. It is the semifinals, game number 1. Sweeney sets and delivers. We're underway with a ball. It'll be Jack Cruz, the DH, Nick Galvin, the center fielder, and Elliot Miller, the catcher. 1, 2, and 3 leading it off for the Diamond Boys in the top of the first inning. Sweeney's 1-0, a good shot off towards right field and through. It's a leadoff single for Jack Cruz. And the Diamond Boys are picking up where they left off offensively in their last game of pool play. Those are the hits that can help them win this game in convincing fashion. Remember the JV roster over at Stowe. There's a reason why Cruz is the leadoff man in this game. A big reason why as well, Cole Summers-Wade, he gets to start on the mound. So he will not be in the lineup offensively. Now here comes the former catcher and now center fielder Nick Galvin. Already the Diamond Boys nearly getting picked off. The Mavericks going to be aggressive. They threw out runners aplenty in game number 1 of the day for them in the win over AMP 6-5. They want to do it again here. Swing and a miss from Galvin, chasing low. DC down the line telling him to keep his head down and keep his eye on the ball. And on the quick pitch, it's going to get to the backstop, so that'll give second base to Cruz. First run of the day for the Diamond Boys in scoring position. Exactly what you want to see here. And here is going to be a meeting between pitcher and catcher. They're using their first of 2 this inning. Not the start the Mavericks would have hoped for, given how they played in game number 1 of the day. A valiant effort there, led by their defense. Of course, this is where in the tournament you might be wondering how much pitching they have left. Same with everybody. This is game number 5 of the weekend for both teams. It is not easy to get this far in a tournament, let alone have the pitching to be at your best going forward. Sweeney's 1-1. Galvin bunts, and it's foul down the left side. So we'll do it again. Now 1-2 the count. I do like the aggression again. We've seen it through 2 games of pool play, and we're going to see it here again. And that's the beauty. These are 2 teams that we have seen today and we've seen win. Well, technically on paper, win in the case of the Diamond Boys. The 1-2 Galvin, did he go? The answer is yes. He will try to leg it down. They now go to third, and they will get him at third. What a double play. At least potentially, they're going to give the runner first because I don't think they really tagged him. So it'll be a strikeout and an out at third. A really interesting sequence, but Grayer Sweeney, he will get the strikeout his first. And they picked up where they left off defensively with those putouts. They see the drop third, goes down the line, and then whips it around, and they get the out over at third. An aggressive move to try and throw him off, but in the end, to no avail. And now the Diamond Boys in a worse spot as Elliot Miller steps in. And there is strike 1, a low call. I think we're going to have a lower zone in this game than we did in the last. But I do expect it to be a relatively consistent zone from here on out. Sweeney's 0-1, a shot into left field and just over the shortstop.
just sneaking past into left center field, and that'll put a pair on for Luke Maxwell. Talk about a perfectly placed line drive just over Max Sega at shorts. A little taller of a jump. Then there is a massive web gem at shorts. But in the end, it's 2 on, 1 down. And here comes the first baseman and pitcher from game number 1 in Luke Maxwell. A solid day at the plate for him so far. And it has to become his focus here as Sweeney will step off and take a look at the runner. It'll be Galvin at second, Miller at first. The catcher from the first game, the catcher from the second game on the bases here. In the bottom of the inning, looking ahead for the Mavericks, it is going to be Sega, Buell, and Bohannon. They're 1-2-3 due up. Sweeney's 1-0, misses inside and low. A big key to victory for the Diamond Boys in the semifinal is getting out to an early lead. And then from there, hold on to it. Sweeney's 2-0, a shot down the left field line, and it is going to drop in the corner for extra bases. 1 run will score, and now they will hold up the second. It'll be an RBI double, though, when it's all said and done for Luke Maxwell. And the Diamond Boys strike first in the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament semifinals. A perfect drive down the line, rope with every bit of his power. I mean, he jumped ahead of that 2-0 pitch perfectly. And then there was a scamper. There was a decision if you send Miller or not. In my opinion, they made the right choice. And now it's 2 runners in scoring position, 1 down. And here comes Hilkert. And he gets a good piece of it, and DC lets it go through his legs. They were doing so good until he missed a play in the first base coaching box. But a 0-1 count on hand for Hilkert, the right fielder. But a drastically different start to this game in comparison to the last. They were playing from behind. Here, not at all. Playing from in front from the get-go. Sweeney's 0-1. It's high, but breaks in. A nasty delivery from 2-8. And it's quickly 0-2. In the on-deck circle after Hilkert, it goes to Fashionpour, the third baseman. Sweeney's 0-2. Swing and a miss on 1 in the dirt. And there is out number 2. 2 strikeouts so far today for Greer Sweeney. And now a chance for Fashionpour, the third baseman, to really help out the offense's cause. You have 2 runners in scoring position, but you don't want to strand anybody this early on in the game. Especially given that you scored the opening run. This is where you can expand on it. And there is a swing and miss in the dirt. A lot of the hefty swings and misses today from the Diamond Boys have been low. They're reading it well at the top of the strike zone. They're taking the ones they should be taking and swinging at what they should be swinging at. But it's the ones close to the dirt. They're having a trouble reading it, so to speak, as this one is flown into center field, and it is going to be caught, and the side is retired. A simple play made out in center field to end the top of the first inning, but what a start for the Diamond Boys. They get their opening run on an RBI double from Luke Maxwell. Middle of 1 at Lakewood, 1-0. The 4 seed on top of the number 1.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the bottom of the first inning we go in our first of two semifinal matchups. 1-0 the Diamond Boys on top, courtesy of a Luke Maxwell RBI double, as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Sega, Buell, and Bohannon 1-2-3 due up this inning for the Mavericks. On the mound in this game for the Diamond Boys, it is Cole Summers-Wade, your CrossFit Strongsville player of the game from game number 2 today. An honorable mention all-conference player over at James A. Garfield High School. Sega, a good rip on the 1-0, but well fouled down the left field line. With a slower speed on the mound, this is probably where you're going to see them jump out early like they did in game number 1. If the pitch is hittable, they are going to be swinging for the fences. The 1-1, just like that, and it's going to be tipped foul. Behind the plate in game number 2, opposed to Nick Galvin, who was in game number 1, it is going to be Elliot Miller, wearing number 3 today. Wade's 1-2, just misses. But if he can get a job done here with this lower velocity, he can get the job done. Doesn't matter how you get it done, if you're pumping 90 or sitting in the 70s. The 2-2 lobbed in, ground ball rolled over towards second base. Throw to 1 is in time, 1 up, 1 down. A nice job on the right side of the diamond to make that play happen by DeSantis. A strong defense again for the Diamond Boys is going to be key. The longer they keep these Mavericks off the board, the better. We saw with AMP, though, no matter what's happening in the game, you never know what truly is going to be the outcome of any tournament game. I feel like, really, today we've seen it more than others that the obscure happens. So 1-0 count to get it going for Mac Buell, the starting catcher. Wade delivers and fouled away. For Buell, the catcher, a couple of good at-bats last time out. Playing his high school ball for Gilmore Academy. Once again, a lot of East Side representatives on this roster. And a lot of good Division II and Division III outfits as well. The 1-1 fouled back again. A lot of good contact from the Mavericks to get it going. Just struggling right now to straighten one out. In the top of the second inning for the Diamond Boys, it is going to be Seward, Gruca, and DeSantis. 7 through 9 due up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Summers-Wade sets and deals, and it is going to be driven into left center field. And it's going to be caught by Galvin for out number 2. A nice job running out there to make that play in left center. This is going to be a contact game, and it's really going to test the resolve that this Diamond Boys team has. The resolve that was tested late in the last game. It's the same concept, but it's the same test. Can you survive it when the pressure is at its highest? And with 2 up, 2 down, so far the answer is yes. Now, Cade Bohannon will step in for the first time today. Playing first base in this game, as it is going to be Keaton Robinson on the opposite side, not hitting today, but playing at third. The 1-0 hits the outer portion of the zone for a strike. In game number 1, both teams batted 11. Last game, both batted 9. Here, Diamond Boys batting 9, Mavericks batting 10. The 1-1, a strong drive again over towards second. And here's the throw to 1 on the money. The inning is over, 1-2-3. 2 putouts this inning by DeSantis gets the job done for the Diamond Boys. And they are starting to find their rhythm here in Lakewood. Through 1 at Lakewood High School. 1-0 the Diamond Boys on top of the Mavericks.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Seward leads off for the Diamond Boys in the top of the second inning. Luke Maxwell right now the point of difference. 1-0 your score as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Pool play, a lot of fun. The game's decided by a combined 1 run. You might be asking, hey, you played 2 games. How was the difference only 1 run? We had a tie. We had a game and 6-5 and a game and 6-6. So right now the magic number is 6 to make something happen. Of course, in the semifinals there is a time limit, but if we're tied, we're going to play until we have a winner. Which the winner of this game will take on the winner of the North Coast Rebels and Release Edwards matchup that is to follow. Of course, Jared Edwards going from the 17U group he had last year to the 15U's, trying to win this title for the second straight season on his home diamond. Just with a different motley crew of players. The 2-0 in the dirt for ball 3. Bottom 3 this time around for the Diamond Boys, but we saw it in game 1. No matter where they are in the order, they can make something happen. When Voss did his thing, he was really low in the order, but still he came out there. He had a good swing, and in the end, it was enough. Sweeney's 3-0 hits the top of the zone for strike 1. Patience compared to aggressiveness. If you can find the balance, you are probably going to go far in this tournament. And right now, I think the Diamond Boys are getting better in that category. 3-1 high for ball 4. And just like that, the leadoff man is aboard for the Diamond Boys. And my thing with the way that they're pitching right now, there's nothing really wrong with it other than the film. If you look at the first inning, the chases that we saw were low pitches. Attacking high is not going to get the job done against this lineup, at least right now. Yes, down the stretch of game 1, it happened a little bit, but they weren't playing that game. And again, they leave it high, and they're going to take it. If you attack low, and part of that comes from the catcher. If I'm Buell, I'm sitting up lower. I want a lower pitch because odds are they're going to chase into the dirt more than they are in the air. Runner goes 1-0. The pitch is low. Throw down to second. It's high, and the tag is just a hair late. So it'll be a stolen base for Dalen Seward. Very close down at second. They did go low that time and better plate discipline from the Diamond Boys. But I like that pitch 10 times better than I like the high heat. If we're just trying to get them to swing out of the zone. Right now, put it in there, see what happens. And in this case, it's going to roll over to first, and it's going to go foul. But as a team, and I don't know exactly who's calling pitches. I don't know if that is going to be Buell behind the plate, one of the coaches, you name it. But if you see that they are attacking the low pitches and swinging and missing more out of the zone than they are high, I'm calling more of those pitches until they adjust to it. And then from there, I wouldn't be afraid to test east-west. See if they'll attack in or out. That time it bounces in the dirt and is nicely smothered by Buell. Count now 3-1 on Alex Gruca, the starting shortstop. After him, it goes to Vinny DeSantis, the JV player from Hoban. 3-1. Popper up the middle, going towards second. Throw to one. It is low, but in time for out number one. But the second run of the day for the Diamond Boys now 90 feet away from scoring as DeSantis will step in. Speaking of Hoban, we might see arguably the best player in this tournament up next in Aaron Schramm. Spent some time on varsity, but on JV was absolutely mashing for the Knights. As well, a quarterback and middle linebacker for them, but more on Aaron Schramm later. First pitch misses or just hits inside for strike one. But a lot of the 14-year release Haydock team that we saw last season is going to be on that roster as that team kind of fizzled up to Edwards. Sweeney's 0-1 nearly hits them, and actually it does. So it's just going to clip DeSantis on the shoulder. That'll put runners at the corners and send us back to the top of the order with Jack Cruz. Cruz 1 for 1 today with a single. The Diamond Boys coming out with more intent in game number 2 of their day than in game number 1. This team looks more motivated and determined. I think they maybe overlooked Force as an 0-3 team, and that was their mistake. And I will say, just kind of based on the way that the bracket worked out, nothing against the Mavericks, it's just, do you really want to play a coach who, including his high school team, hasn't lost on this field since last calendar year? And it's June. You don't. Maybe later on you have to, but otherwise, no. That pitch low. They will throw down to second, and it's going to be cut off. Kind of an off-balance attempt to throw down. I do like the cutoff play. It's one of my favorite as a catcher, or at least formerly a catcher. But if you're off balance, if it doesn't look good, maybe don't try it. Now 2 runners in scoring position, 1 down. You forget about the runners a little bit and kind of just focused on this batter. And if that ball goes in the outfield, you're shooting 4. And Cruz can get that ball in the outfield. But right now, it is simply a battle behind the plate for Buell, trying to knock down everything. 3-0 count, and one more ball. The bases will be loaded for Nick Galvin. What an opportunity for the center fielder that would be. No pressure at all here to swing for Cruz. But he does. And the kicker is based on where he swung. That one could have missed inside. I think they would have given it on the inner plate. But still, that was borderline. And now in a slightly tougher spot, 3-1. And there is the late strike call hitting the top of the zone. We're full. A great battle here from Gray or Sweeney. Getting back in this at-bat, just trying to keep it simple. And I do like that he did attack inside, kind of going east to west opposed to north-south. Payoff pitch. Chopper off towards the left side of the infield. That'll potentially bring in a run. They go for the run at home and don't get him. A nice job by Seward to come around and score, making it 2-0 Diamond Boys. A bold move to try and get the runner going home, and in the end, it doesn't work out. So that'll go down as a failed fielder's choice, keeping 2 on with 1 down. And Nick Galvin, now is his chance. Not the bases loaded opportunity he was close to having, but still a doable one. And that might suffice. It's into left field, and it is caught. No, it's dropped. So the runner can advance. It's going to be a tough play to get to third, and he won't get there in time as it's dropped. It'll be a long fielder's choice for out number 2 on the error. And that's a tough one. That looked routine, just went in and out of the glove. Nothing more you could have asked DeSantis to do, unless he could teleport. But of course he cannot. And now it's Elliott Miller coming in. Still 2 runners on, 2 away. But the Diamond Boys double their lead up now by 2. Their biggest lead of the day, and only their second lead. They failed to lead until the end of the 6th inning. They led 4-3 in the last game. But now up by 2. Right now, patience. But if it's close, attack. Those are your 2 mantras if you are going to have a good offensive day in this tournament. Patience and attack. No one to do both. The 1-0 misses inside. Again, though, I do like that he is going all across the spray chart. It's not a really big red blob at the top and the bottom of the zone. It's really balanced across the 9 quadrants and, of course, in their slightly outer counterparts. The 2-0 sharp grounder over towards short. The flip to 2 is in plenty of time, and the inning is over. Still, 1 run does come to pass for the Diamond Boys on a fielder's choice gone wrong for the defense. To the bottom of the second we go. 2-0, the Diamond Boys in control on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Fourth or six due up in the bottom of the second inning for the Mavericks. 2-0, the Diamond Boys on top in this semifinal as you are watching the Sam Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Wade ready to go as this ball is roped over towards second. It's going to bounce off of DeSantis. Throw to one. It's high and not in time as he comes off the bag. And the leadoff man is aboard here. It's Grayer Sweeney to the pitcher. Able to knock that one down. Could be a base hit. Just depends on how they want to score it, as now it looks like we might have a change coming in here. So we'll see what they opt to do here. It'll be 8 for 20 here, so that'll be Schaefer coming in for Braddock. Okay, so the order has changed. That's what it's going to be. So the 5 guy going down to the 9 and the 9 going up to the 5. That's what it appears to be here. So an early change, I think, kind of just based on the lineup card, wanting to move things around a little bit. Okay, that makes sense. He lost a contact, so he'll move down a little bit as they try to rectify that situation. In the meantime, the infield continues to play catch. Game number 4 today is scheduled for initially 3:45, but unless we get out of here in record time, we are not going to start that game anywhere near 3:45. I'm thinking right now in the 4 o'clock, probably 4 to 4:30 region, we'll play that game, and probably later around 6:30 start time for the championship.
42 courtesy run.
And as well, we'll have a 42 courtesy runner, which is going to be Cade Bohannon. And he'll run in place of the pitcher as he was the last out. So the housekeeping taken care of, and we are back to the action as there is a swing and miss. Schaefer getting the nod to move up the lineup here in place of Braddock for now. McCole Summers Wade has been solid so far, keeping this game 2-0 as it stands. The 0-1 hits the outer corner and connects. Quickly 0-2. And for Wade, he is a contact guy, but if he can get a strikeout or two, that'll make the defense's job that much easier. And he will have to wait for his first, just misses off the plate. A good idea. Schaefer kind of leaned that way, just really wasn't in a spot to pull the trigger. Count sits at 1-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Wade will get his first strike out of the day right there for out number 1. He'll take it. It helps the defense. It keeps it where it is. And right now, that is what this game is about for the Diamond Boys. Keep it the way it is. Don't go out here and do anything crazy that you'll eventually lose the game. Win as long as you can, and if that's the entire game, go play for a championship later on. Over the past couple of years, the number 4 seed has had a lot of success in this tournament. And a big reason why is the pitching was good early. Some guys couldn't play later on in the tournament, and then it falls off. So that does help out the Diamond Boys in this spot. And keep in mind, this is a team that deserves to be here. They had to fight back down by 2 in the last inning of their last game to even be in a spot to play in the tournament playoffs. But they hunkered down and got it done. The 1-1 lobbed in off the plates. Of course, every single weekend now, there is a different tournament, but to win your first, that sets the tempo for the rest of the summer and the rest of your mini seasons. 2-1, driven foul. I honestly would break down a tournament schedule and make it individual seasons. This is season 1, next week's season 2. Can you improve from season to season? Because you're fighting for silverware/hardware every single weekend. If you're walking out on a Sunday with a trophy, you did something right. 2-2 is high and we are full. But of course, all of this is easier said than done. To even make it to a winner's bracket in some of these tournaments, it takes a lot, and in most cases, it takes perfection to even be in a spot to win. Especially against some of these really good 1 seeds. The payoff pitch is to the backstop for ball 4, and they could potentially get an extra base, but they won't. That was one that you take the turn and assess the situation before you make a move, and in that case, they said, we're content with where we are. You don't want to make any mistakes on the bases. We saw how that killed AMP earlier on this morning. Of course, at the hands of the Mavericks. And here comes Dominic Delgoid stepping in for the first time in game number 2 of the day for the Mavericks as he swings and misses. Delgoid playing in left field this game, a freshman out of Mayfield High School. But a 2-0 lead as things stand for the Diamond Boys. The 0-1 sailing well wide. Of course, there is plenty of depth on this Diamond Boys team in the pitching department. If Cole Summers Wade can go out here and get you 5 innings at least, you're in a good spot going forward. Runner's going to go. Pitch is going to wide. The throw down. The tag. It is not going to be there. So the double steal works out perfectly. I believe it's going to be a ball. So it should be 2-1 and 2 runners now in scoring position, including the tying run. And he gets back to work, put the opposite way, and it's going to get through into right field. 1 run will score, and the tying run will get held up. It is an RBI single for the Mavericks as they cut the deficit to 1. A nice piece of hitting there from Dominic Delgoid. Exactly what the doctor ordered. You keep this inning going the way you want it to. The ones are starting to add up on the board quickly. And as the home team, you have the luxury of playing from the last spot in the game. So if you need extra time when it's all said and done, you will have the last word. That is the appeal of earning the number 1 seed in the tournament. No matter if you're playing the best possible team or the worst possible team, If things aren't going right in the 7th, you are the last word. Nobody can do anything else to replace it. Throw down a second. It's close, and they got him. The runner stays home at third. A big throw from Miller for out number 2 silences this offense for a second. I was really surprised he threw through that one. In the end, decided to go with it, and it pays dividends. Impressive. But still the tying run 90 feet away. The 1-1 lobbed off the plate for ball 2. In the third for the Diamond Boys, it'll turn over to the middle of their order. 2 balls, 1 strike count here on Waybrandt as he fouls that one back. Count out 2-2. But you look at Brady Winbrandt last game. He was dominant on the mound. He was what the doctor ordered for the Mavericks. And they kept them in that game and ended up winning it. 2-2, it's there for strike 3 looking. The inning is over. Cole Summers-Wade gets his second strikeout of the inning. And that'll keep the Diamond Boys on top through 2. Off to the 3rd inning we go in Lakewood. 2-1 your score. It's the 4 seed on top of the 1 seed.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Look at DC getting energized over there in the first base coaching box. Diamond Boys energized just like DC over at first base. 2-1 your score as we begin the top of the 3rd inning in this semifinal matchup. Winner of this game takes on the winner of the North Coast Rebels versus Release Edwards game that is to follow. That Release Edwards team, one of the best teams that we will see this summer in the 15U age group, and they like to show why they are later on today. Sweeney's first pitch bounces in for ball 1. The pitching velocities definitely have gone down between games 1 and 2 for both teams, but that's what you would expect. Odds are both teams have one arm waiting in the wings for the championship game if they are to make it. The question is, if you're in a pickle, do you go out there and bring in said arm? But I do assume both teams have that guy in mind. They know who they want to go to. They just have to make sure they do it at the right time. The 1-0 is in the dirt as well for ball 2. So a 2-0 count here on Maxwell, who had an RBI double his last time up. He really turned it around down the stretch in game number 1. The 2-0 again skips in. I believe earlier on there was some action in the bullpen for the Mavericks, and there might be again. Especially if the leadoff man gets on for the 3rd consecutive inning to begin the day. Instead, a swing and a miss there from Maxwell. Both coaches seemingly giving the green light to their hitters to swing away on a 3-0 count. It really does show the confidence they have in their guys. That one, though, is way inside for ball 4, and the leadoff man once again is aboard to begin an inning. For the Mavericks, it happened once. For the Diamond Boys, it has happened 3 times. And I believe every single half inning that has started with the leadoff man aboard has ended in runs. Which, of course, the Diamond Boys want to keep that tradition and trend alive here. And it is going to be Garrett Hilkert stepping in to try and do just that. And it is going to be a foul ball. So quickly an 0-1 count on Hilkert. The freshman out of Talmadge stands at 5'10", 170 pounds. So we'll go back to work here. 0-1 count on Garrett Hilkert. And again, a throwback to 1. We've seen that play quite a bit, but we've also seen it go awry when the ball goes a little wayward from the first baseman, down the line, up the line, towards the dugout, just depending on where the ricochet actually happens. Chopper off towards the left side. This could be trouble. Throw to 1. It is going to bounce in and get away. Hilkert is safe at first. The relay over towards third is in time. They got him. Yet again, the Mavericks with a massive play, erasing a runner getting too greedy. I believe that's the 5th time they have done that exact thing today. There is out number 1. Still a runner at first, but not the way you wanted it to happen. It's really unfortunate there for the Diamond Boys. And with 1 down now, that'll bring in Fashion Poor as he will cook this one into left field and put it down. That'll put 2 on once again with a 1 away. Fashion Poor, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. And that'll bring us to Dalen Seward. The boys are back in town. And they need to stay in town as this one continues. The longer this game goes on with the Diamond Boys on top, the better their chances of going forward from here with a massive win and a seeding upset. Swing and a miss there as that ball is blocked. A nice job there by Buell to keep it in front. And as I said repetitively today and even yesterday, as a catcher, you just have to keep the ball in front. If it's in front, you did something right. And there was case in point. The runners didn't move. They stayed home. And Sweeney will take a look back at second base before going back to the rubber. 0-1 the count here on Seward. Sweeney sets and delivers, and again, misses low. We've seen that adjustment from Sweeney, more attacking the down part of the zone opposed to the higher portion. I called for it earlier in the game, and I still stand by what I said. The 1-1 skips in. Looking ahead to tomorrow, starting at around 3:15, I believe it is, we will have the 18U championships. 2 semifinals and a championship game in the 8 o'clock hour. Should be some good baseball again tomorrow at Lakewood. The 2-1 ground ball again over towards second. A chance for redemption, and the defense is able to get it for out number 2. But both runners advance 90 feet closer to home. That'll put 2 runners in scoring position here for Alex Gruca, the shortstop. 0 for 1 today with a ground out to second base, and Ryan Sweeney. With Sega moving to short, Sweeney had to move over, but a really good defensive game and just altogether good game in game number 1 for Ryan Sweeney. And he wants to keep it going in this pivotal semifinal. For the Mavericks, they knew they were going to be in this game when the morning started. The Diamond Boys, they had a fight for their lives less than 2 hours ago. And right now it is working. But that one is just going to get through. And it's going to die in the infield. Just snuck past everybody. It went right back towards the mound. Got past Sweeney. And that is going to make it 3-1. I'll have to watch that one back on the replay. I kind of missed exactly what happened. Maybe it took a deflection off the pitcher. Off his glove. Just came back hard and zipped right past. And that ball nearly runs inside and hits him. DeSantis backed out of the way, and the runner will stay put at first. But those are the type of plays that can kill you in a game like this. A game that right now I think will be decided by only a few runs. And as well, for the first time today, we have a run scored in the bottom of the second inning to the top of the 5th. The dead zone, it's not here right now. We did miss that last inning, of course, with the one run that scored, but we're seeing more consistent offense than we did earlier on today, which, of course, is key. You're not going to go into that championship game 1-1 and lollygag your way to a win. To beat, which, of course, could be the Rebels or Release Edwards, you have to go out there with the same mentality. Score as often as you can as DeSantis puts this one in center field and down for an RBI single. Make it 4-1 Diamond Boys. The Bats have woken up in game number 2 of the day for the 4 seed. They are proving again and again why they belong in this tournament semifinal. And the top of the order will have a chance to prove it again. Just a perfect piece of hitting here. The 2-0 pitch takes it low, and from there, down in center field it goes. Cruz so far a fielder's choice RBI and a single for him. And a good take there for ball 1. I'm sure Bryce Fisher very happy in that third base coaching box, liking what he is seeing now opposed to what he saw in game number 1. They earn the right to be here. The 1-0 skips in and a little away from the catcher. Throw down to third. It's not going to be in time. On a rare occasion, the Diamond Boys able to take a base off of the Mavericks. We really haven't said that all too often today. And now time is called as Buell is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, Sweeney. 2 runners again in scoring position. Just right now, if you are the Diamond Boys, everything is going right. And now time called as our home plate umpire is in need of water, as here comes DC to the rescue. Gotta love DC. Always happy to help out as you see him trotting on back to his home base. Once again, after this, we will have Release Edwards versus the North Coast Rebels beginning around a half an hour after this game goes final. And then from there, it'll be the 15U Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championship game between the winner of this game and the winner of the next one. And then, of course, tomorrow we will have some more tournament action in the 18U division. But it's crazy to think that tomorrow the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament is done for the year. It's always our first tournament of the campaign. It's one that we kind of have circled. We look at for a couple of months because we know the schedule and kind of know what to expect going in. Once it's done, it's really a reality check of, you know what, the high school season's done. We are officially in summer ball. It's a different mindset than doing scholastic athletics. But a 2-0 count here on Cruz. For Sweeney, he needs to dial in here as there is still action in the bullpen. Biggest lead of the day, though, for the Diamond Boys, up by 3. And Sweeney with the wave and miss from Cruz. In the bottom of the inning, it is going to be, if he is able to play that, it's a big question because of the contact. Braddock, followed by Elliott, then Top and Sega. The 2-1, taken for strike 2. I do think, though, Gray or Sweeney needed that little break for the umpire. He settled back in on his own, took that break, and made the most of it. Now the 2-2, and it is just poked foul by Cruz to stay alive. We've seen a lot of really good survival swings and a really good 2-strike approach today. Those are 2 things that we really don't talk about all too much, but that 2-strike approach, we're not seeing guys swinging out of their shoes as much as we normally would. It's simple ground balls that get through or line drives that drop in. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Sweeney able to get out of the jam right there, allowing only the 2 runs. To the bottom of the 3rd inning we go in Lakewood. It is a good start for the Diamond Boys, up 4-1 on the Mavs.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School, bottom of the third inning. 4-1 your score. The Diamond Boys up by 3 on the number 1 seed Mavericks as you are watching the Taylor Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Cole Summers-Wade continues to dial it up and find the strike zone. 0-1 the count to get it going here for, I believe that is going to be a new player in place of number 20. We'll get to him in a second as he pops this one up towards right field, and it's caught for out number 1. That is Keaton Robinson now batting. Kind of what we expected with him losing his contact, that he wasn't going to come back in the game. But Schaefer officially in that 5 spot, and Robinson now in that 9. Kind of answers our questions that were left ambiguous earlier on with the change that was made. But Cole Summers-Wade just continues to find the zone again. He is looking really good. Doesn't have the fastest stuff, but he is making the most of it. The 0-1 to Ryan Elliott skips in. Of course, Elliott last game had a big RBI that ended up giving the Mavericks the lead in the 6th. And from there, after battling a little bit more, they didn't look back and won the game. The 1-1, a good rip off towards the left side and down in left field. A nice swing with a 1-out single. So Ryan Elliott continues his strong day at the plate as we go back to the top of the order with Max Sega. Question here, because of his success earlier with that 2 RBI bunt, do you let him bunt here or is he swinging away? Wouldn't be surprised if either happens. I kind of, though, think, based on the situation, you let him swing because there's 1 down. And in that case, you just let him take, as that one is well high and in. 1 out of the count to begin on the shortstop, Sega. Top or the bottom of the third, 2 down, or the 1 down. And again, high and in. So a 2-0 count here as the on-deck circle will turn over to Mac Buell. Wade sets and fires again, same spot. All 3 balls have pretty much landed in the same exact spot. Trying to go for that top corner and all missing high and in. Sega really ran out of the lefty's batter's box. Wade's 3-0 this time, over the plate and hits the far corner for strike 1. That's the response he needed to find, just something in the zone. From there, your playbook and arsenal opens up a little bit more, but not too much. That'll open it up, though. It's full 3-2. A rocky start to the at-bat, but it is not about how you start. It's about how you finish. A chance to finish off Max Sega here after a great battle. Full count 3-2 on the leadoff hitter. And Wade nearly won it, but Sega stays alive, chasing that outside pitch. That would have been a massive statement made by Wade if he could have gotten that strikeout. Currently sitting at 2 on the day. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One more time the payoff pitch, and Scratch that. We'll do it at least one more time as Sega again gets a piece of it. A great battle here for the shortstop. 0 for 1 of the day with a ground out. Now time called as there's an extra baseball on the field. So for the third time, we will have the 3-2 pitch. Cole Summers Wade here versus Max Sega to win the battle. Sega up the middle. This could be 2. There's 4. There's 6. And 3 is just a bit high. It'll just be a fielder's choice for out number 2. They had a chance to get out of the inning, but a nice job to get the lead runner at second. Only downside is you now have the speedy Sega on the bases. But you wanted it out there. You get the lead runner. You're up by 3. And as I've said, just do what you can to keep the game where it is. Up by 3, and when you can, add on to that lead. I'm not going to advocate for playing it safe, so to speak, but play it relatively conservatively. I'm not going to go out here and say, you know what, take your foot off the gas and allow them back in the game, but don't go crazy. Make the simple plays. Play 21 outs, essentially. Get your outs and walk out of here with a win and go to the championship. You're in a spot that you have some wiggle room, but up by 3, you'd realistically like to have a few more runs on the board, but this team has scored in every half inning so far. And they'll try to keep that going in the top of the 4th as that ball sails high for ball 3. But you go back as well to the last game. They have scored in each of the last 4 innings. And with it, a combined 6 runs, which is their entire tally from the last game. Already up to 4. So they had what they had in the 7 innings prescribed already in 3. Count out 3-1 on Buell as again Summers Wade is able to go and hit that outer corner. A very similar battle to what he just had against Sega. The difference is now a righty opposed to a lefty. This one is crushed into left center field just over the shortstop Gruka. And that'll put 2 on with 2 down and bring us to Bohannon. But Mac Buell got every bit of that baseball, barreled it up nicely. That's what you have to do. It wasn't a 2-strike pitch, but it was a very similar swing to what we would see with a 2-strike count. Just hung in there and put bat to ball. And we'll have a courtesy run here in place of the catcher. That'll be number 11 coming on to run for the Mavericks and Ryan Elliott. On the fielder's choice, he technically was the last out. But 2 on, 2 down, a chance for the Mavericks to get on the board again. Outside of 0-0, they have yet to be tied or in the lead in the semifinals. Which, of course, can change with one swing of the bat here. Wade's 1-0, goes outside, skips away from the catcher, and that is going to be a free base for both runners. So 2 runners now in scoring position for the Mavs. Just good base running altogether. You realize the ball is away from the catcher. Take your base. Move on with your life. The 2-0, able to respond. Cade Bohannon so far in this game 0 for 1 with a ground out to DeSantis at second. And right now DeSantis at second base, he's going to play deep, pretty much on the edge of the outfield grass. This one, though, is poked right up the middle. It's going to go to Wade, and the inning is over. The Diamond Boys had some pressure put on them by the Mavericks, but in the end, allow nothing in the 3rd. To the 4th inning we go in Lakewood. 4-1 your score. It's the 4 seed up on the 1 seed by that exact score.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The Mavericks have made their call to the bullpen. Here at the top of the fourth inning, it'll be Elliott Lappin, number 19, coming on to throw. The freshman out of Beach will be tasked with taking down this Diamond Boys offense. 2, 3, and 4, Galvin, Miller, and Maxwell. And his first pitch will find the zone for strike one. The pressure definitely on the Mavericks as the 1 seed to get out of this game alive and head to the championship game. But right now, down by 3. They're not in the best spot, and the Diamond Boys in a better spot than they were against the 0-3 Force team they just played. This team, the exact opposite. They are 4-0 as this ball is hit over towards second. Throw to 1. It's high but in time for out number 1. Quick innings. That is going to be the key right now for the Mavericks defense. Give the offense as much of a chance as possible to go out here and do their thing. Once again, the next game scheduled for 3:45. It is not going to start at 3:45 as it is currently 3:04. So again, we are behind schedule as things stand. Of course, last year we were semi-behind schedule for the 18U, and we were out of there in an hour for the championship game. It happens. But the Diamond Boys, they want to show they belong and come up and take one away from the 1 seed and hand them their first overall loss of the season. The 2-0 skips in for ball 3. Of course, you have to feel for AMP. They deserve to be here just as much with that battle earlier on this morning. But in the end, the way the bracket broke down, there was no room in the inn for them as they ended as the 5 seed. The 3-0 bounces in for ball 4, and that ball will get to the backstop. So it'll be a free base here for Elliott Miller, and that'll bring us back to Luke Maxwell. Flashing back to the first inning, an RBI double to his name. Then, a little bit later, had a walk. But a really good day for him so far. It's what you want to see out of him. The question is, if he gets something good, can he take it the other way and wreak havoc again? Not to step, of course, on Release's toes, who we will see next. The 1-0 bounces in, and a nice block behind the plate by Buell. That'll have us sit at 2-0. Once again, the next game moved back a little bit, but still should be a good matchup between the North Coast Rebels and Release Edwards. 2-0 wave and a miss. Wanted it all, just couldn't connect. We've seen a lot of those kind of waves today. A lot of those overzealous offerings just trying to destroy the baseball. Solid contact gets the job done too. And that does as well. Just fouled off this time. Count now sits at 2-2. And now you look at this spot. Maxwell running out of space to go. The 2-2 lobbed in high, and this ball is going to be sent into left field and caught for out number 2. A nice job charging that one by Delgoid. So Delgoid able to make the play. The runner will stay put at first, and that'll bring us on over to Hilkert, the right fielder. And for the Diamond Boys, they're at risk of not scoring in their first inning of the day. But Hilkert, a drive deep to right field, still going back, and it's going to bounce over the right fielder for extra bases. Hilkert will go to second. The lead runner will be held up at third. It's a 2-out double, and exactly what the doctor ordered for the Diamond Boys. What a swing by Garrett Hilkert. He got every bit of that baseball, moving Miller up to third in the process. This team's not done yet. Absolutely smoked that ball towards the houses. And then from there, you just look around and see the overall speed. It's everything they wanted to get out of that at-bat. The big thing, the inning just continues. So now, Fashionpour, a chance to bring in one. 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a flyout. Gets well underneath this one, flying it over towards center field, and it will be caught to end the inning. So the Mavericks, in the end, still able to silence the Diamond Boys offense, but Hilkert nearly got the job done. A massive double off the right field fence. At the halfway point of game number 3, it stands 4-1, the Diamond Boys in the driver's seat over the Ohio Mavericks.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School, bottom of the 4th inning as Sweeney fouls this one off. 4-1 your score. The Diamond Boys on top in the 4-1 semifinal The winner of this game takes on the winner of the North Coast Rebels and Release Edwards up next. That game is going to be off schedule because of the nature of game number 2 going as long as it did. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It is going to be Sweeney, Schaefer, and Sweeney again. It'll be Grayer here and Ryan in the 3 spot this inning. But an 0-2 count here to get things going. Cole Summers Wade looking for his 3rd strikeout of the game, but he will have to wait just missing high. But a really good day at the ballpark, and up here it's 70 degrees and out of the sun, the breeze is quite nice. I would say pristine baseball weather. The 1-2 skips on in. Now, if it gets to around the 50s tonight with the real feel outside, it is going to be really cold in this press box. That is the only caveat. Right now, and I would say for the majority of the day, it has been quite enjoyable up here. But that definitely can take a turn if the weather goes, well, south. Wade's 2-2, poked over towards 3rd and foul. So we will do the 2-2 once more. That was the right thing to do there from Fashion Poor. Make sure it actually goes foul, and if it for some reason doesn't, make a throw over to 1. I've mentioned it a few times, but this is where resolve is going to be tested. With a lead in hand, can you go out here and play the same way you would otherwise? Sweeney, a gift towards the football field, foul. And I believe a few of his teammates already looking for foul balls. They have one more to have to go and find. Unfortunately, if they collect them all, there is no prize at the end other than happy umpires. Again, the 2-2. This time, fair towards Fashion Poor at 3rd. His throw to 1 is going to be in time for out number 1. A nice ranging effort there by Fashion Poor. We'll watch that one back on the replay, but it was a solid effort. He already saw it once, and in the end, got to do it one more time. Second time around, of course, though, the real thing. But the way that he played it was perfect. Hugged the line, got there, got set, and a one-hop in on the nice pick from Maxwell. I would say he is the most unsung player on this roster. He pitches well, he hits well, he defends well. But we talk about the flashier plays, the bigger hits that have bigger impacts on the game. Luke Maxwell deserves every bit of his praise. And he is going to be a great player over the next couple of years for Kent Roosevelt as this ball is rocketed into right field. A chance to get the out at 1, and just not in time. I love the aggressive attempt there from the defense. Just couldn't get it there quick enough. The difference, though, between games, the umpires were in position for that one, which we talked to those umpires. They're up here for it. They learned from it, and they're doing a great job today. I think this crew has done an outstanding job, and it's a shame we only get them for 1 game. Maybe not for them, as they don't have to be out in the heat, but for us, we'll take them any day of the week. A 1 count on Ryan Sweeney as he fouls that one off. Thus far, 0 for 0 with a walk. The difficulty up next, it's going to be 2 teams that haven't played in a while. Having 1 time slot off is fine, which that's what happened for Release Edwards, but they had to travel here. The Rebels, they played at 9. They had 2 time slots off, including travel. Getting back in game rhythm is going to be tough as that ball is past the catcher, and it's a free base down at 2nd. Schaefer will take that any day of the week. And the Mavericks will as well. Anything free they'll get. They'll take it easily. Wade's 1-1 off the plate. But once again, tomorrow we'll have some championship round coverage from the 18U division. We'll try to get some score updates from there in a little bit to see exactly who we will be seeing tomorrow afternoon at Lakewood. 2-1 is off the plate for ball 3. After Ryan Sweeney, it turns to Dominic Delgoyd, the left fielder. This is definitely where momentum can swing if the Diamond Boys aren't careful. Wade's 3-1, driven foul by Sweeney, and we are full. As that ball goes over towards the track, I think it's awesome that a lot of people just kind of walk the track during the day, and when we're here for a number of different games, we always see people out there, and they've really made it a staple of Lakewood. Runner goes, payoff pitch, swing and miss. They go to double him up at third, and it's just not in time on the throw. They will take the out at the plate via the K for out number 2 via Wade. His third of the day. Just couldn't get the other end of it to be done. But a great attempt from Elliott Miller, who already has one throw out today. Of course, now a pass ball could bring in a run, so you have to be careful as Delgoid steps in. And it is caught on the tip by Elliott Miller. As I mentioned with guys like Bo Davis quite a bit, if you can make that foul tip grab when it doesn't matter, you'll make it when it does. The 0-1 skips in and nicely blocked by Miller. School is out of session, but if there were such a thing as a final exam for a catcher, it is here. Anything by you, a run scores. And that'll be on his conscience the rest of the day. The 1-1, foul. Count out 1 and 2. But it's definitely a tough spot, especially knowing if that ball goes low. And considering the spray chart for Summers Wade has been a little all over the place, albeit semi-consistent, it's not as easy to go out there and do your thing. The 1-2 driven foul off towards the right side and again towards the track. But this is definitely one of my favorite ballparks to broadcast a game from. Just a beautiful view altogether. Just an amazing ballpark with amazing turf. Once more the 1-2. It is driven deep to center field, still carrying, and it is going to get down at the wall. It is going to be extra bases here as that one is out of here on a ground rule double. What a swing for Dominic Delgoid. Now 2 for 2 today with a pair of RBIs. That'll make it 4-2. The Mavericks getting a little bit closer with that swing. I mean, Delgoid, if he hits that to left field, given the distance, it's probably gone. But I'm pretty sure it disappeared under the windscreen. That was the issue. So now that'll bring up the tying run here. And Winbrand will foul that one off for strike 1. First run of the game for the Mavericks since the bottom of the second inning. They've scored in every other inning so far. The Diamond Boys have to know, going forward, they need a few more runs to seal the deal. And they do have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. If they can get to a point where they have a lead to get a run rule, which it would take a ton to get that to happen, but how big would that be for them? You played 6 in an inning, which we've seen happen. You just need a few more outs. The outs need to go drastically down from 9 to 3. But right now it's at 10 as we are not out of the 4th inning. The 1-1 high. After Winbrand, it goes to, I believe, Schaefer. Or no, that's going to go to number 12 because of the change. As that'll go to Keaton Robinson as there is strike 2. Still a chance we do not see Keaton Robinson. Just depends on how this inning goes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here on Winbrand. Wade sets and delivers. Misses high, though. And we are going to run full 3 balls, 2 strikes. And once again, the Rebels, it looks like, are here. And this time for real ready to go. Could have been them here, but in the end, it's not. Payoff pitch. It is high for ball 4, and that'll put the tying run at first. And that'll bring us to Keaton Robinson. Robinson so far 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field as time is called. This could do it for Cole Summers Wade on the mound. Wouldn't be surprised if that were the case, as here comes Coach Fisher. As of right now, just a mound meeting. But they want to make sure they do not allow the Mavericks to get back in this game. I believe Coach Birchler made his way down to the bullpen to see if the new arm is ready to go or not, which will definitely influence this decision. If you don't have somebody capable and ready to go in the bullpen, I think you see what else he has. This team has pitching depth. Most of the guys on this roster can pitch. And I think they will keep him in the game for now. Still 2 down here for Robinson with 2 on. Put this ball in the right field and you have a chance to make something happen. That ball's in the dirt. Miller able to block it, throw down to third. It is going to be late. Now that'll split up the runners first and third. If you're the Ohio Mavericks, you know the time is now to get back in this game and potentially tie it. No better time than the present. The 1-0 connects at the bottom of the strike zone, evening things up at 1 apiece. In the top of the 5th, it is going to be Seward, Gruca, and DeSantis. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Diamond Boys. And Wade is 1 strike away from getting them to the 5th. 1 run already has scored for the Mavericks this inning. Tying run is going to go and take second. I guess you can kind of call it a stolen base, just kind of lollygagged over. But the tying run is now in scoring position for the Mavericks. The 1-2 lobbed in and poked foul. Robinson, though, does have the right idea. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a move to the bullpen in the 5th inning. But if this is it for Wade, he wants to go out on his own terms. That won't do. Misses high. Time locally 3:23 p.m. So we have had already a really long day at the ballpark, and we're just getting started in the tournament. The 2-2. Robinson well underneath it. He will sky it over towards first, and it's going to drop in foul territory. That would have been a really tough play for Luke Maxwell to make up against the fence, and in the end, it does ping just behind him. So once more, we will see the 2-2 pitch from Wade. Interesting to see what his pitch count is already up to today. Don't think it is on the lower end, just based on what I've seen and the mental count, so to speak. That pitch, it hits him. The bases are loaded. How about this? Bases loaded, still 2 down. An interesting spot now here. Time is going to be called, and I believe that is going to do it for Cole Summers-Wade. The call to the bullpen will be made when we return. Go-ahead run now on the bases for the Mavericks in the semifinals, trying to roar back in this game, down 4-2 on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Time now for the call to the bullpen for the Diamond Boys. It is going to be Jack Cruz coming on to throw, the freshman out of Stowe Monroe Falls High School. Bases loaded, 2 down behind him. And hello, that ball is high and into Elliott. 1-0 count on Ryan Elliott, who so far today is 1 for 1 in this game. Depending on where this ball is put this game, easily could be tied or the Mavs could take the lead. At the same time, the Diamond Boys, if they hunker down here and get the strikeouts, it can stay 4-2 and the Bats, they'll have their wake-up call. The 1-1 breaks in and hits the bottom corner for strike 2. I would expect Jack Cruz to have a lengthy outing here, just kind of based on the situation. Of course, yesterday's game going late and saving the rotation helps them here. If it gets you out of the inning, it's huge because you go back to that game, you played 3 innings, you saved 4 innings of pitching. This is where you kind of have to dip into it. You already had to play an extra inning, so you're down to 3 extra innings, so to speak, of pitching. The 2-2 inside, and we are full. And I'm sure his teammates would have preferred that he wore that one. The runners will be in motion, so this is going to be a big pitch. Jack Cruz looking to get out of the inning for the Diamond Boys. The payoff pitch, it is going to miss inside for ball 4. It'll be an RBI walk for Elliott, making it 4-3. And we return to Max Sega at the top of the order for the Mavericks. Tying run 90 feet away, go ahead a $180 away. And then from there, insurance 270, and, well, fill in the blank from there. Cruz trying to bring it down, but misses high for ball 1. You can just feel the pressure of this semifinal finally setting in. The 1-0 sails for ball 2. You can't walk in back-to-back, and at the same time, you need to save some pitching. So I would expect Jack Cruz to be the guy going forward. The 2-0 hits the outer edge for strike 1. And for Cruz, this is really where you show what you are about as a baseball player. Can you go in a pressure situation and get the job done with your back against the wall? 2-1, backs it off for ball 3, and we are a ball away from a tie ball game. Already 2 runs have scored this inning for the Mavericks. Max Sega trying to bring us even. Cruz's 3-1 is high for ball 4, and he will do just that. It is back-to-back RBI walks, and we are tied at 4. Cruz, a rough start on the mound. And we have a new game. And for the Mavericks, with 1 good swing of the bat, they have a new mentality. And it looks like we will have some more action in the bullpen. And they're going to have to try and make this quick. Cruz, though, back to work, fires in a strike. Right now, he has to put the other 2 runs behind him and keep it 4-4 and let the offense try to get back in their rhythm. Struggled last inning, but a chance to rectify. The 0-1, high and in. And Buell kind of has to stumble out of the way of that high hanger. Kind of 1 ball, 1 strike. After Buell goes to Bohannon. Chopper fouled on the left field line. It's the right idea. If you get that ball to bounce over the bag and stay fair, look out. It would be at least 6-4 at that point. But instead it remains 4-4. Ball 2 strikes the count. This is the spot where Cruz needs to dial in and extend his stay on the rubber. And the break just won't happen quick enough. He misses high, and we are even 2-2. Just has to keep in mind you cannot walk in a 3rd consecutive. Here comes the 2-2. It hits them. And the Mavericks will take their first lead of the semifinals. 3 free passes in a row, 4 going back to the previous hard 90, and 5 the walk before it. 5 consecutive free passes. 3 walks, 2 hit by pitches. And Coach Birchler is going to go down to the bullpen and check on the new arm, which is Lucas Butcher out of Independence. So now this game completely changes. A 4 spot in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Mavs to get back in it. And forget getting back in it, they now have the lead. And for them, it becomes a game of 21 outs, which they are 9 away from. Once again, game number 4 is going to be delayed because of how long game number 3 has run along with game number 2. Game number 1 was really the only one that went on schedule. Swing and a miss at the 1-0, evening things up at 1 apiece. The Mavs trying to be the 1 seed that makes it to the championship opposed to the 1 seed that has happened so many times in the past in tournament play. Gets knocked out right away. This ball over towards first is going to be picked up, and that is the side retired. A nice play again by Luke Maxwell, bailing out his defense. But the damage done by the Mavericks. They plate 4 in the 4th. To the 5th we go. 5-4, the Ohio Mavericks on top.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's a new game. The Mavericks plate 4 in the 4th. Now 5-4 your score, and of course the key thing with it, it took a lot of time to make that happen. We started the game 1:59. It is currently 3:36. We cannot start a new inning after 3:59. This could be the final inning of this game. You have to be careful with that. The 1-0 fouled away. But if you're the Diamond Boys, you might as well treat this like the top of the 7th inning. You need to score. And if you do score, odds are that'll also help you get out of the inning and the game after only a matter of 5 opposed to 7. Which I think both teams would appreciate given the pitching. I mean, you look at Cole Summers, Wade. He nearly had 90 pitches when he was taken out of the game. And that was in 3 2/3 innings of work. And Cruz came on and got the last outs. The 2-2 underneath at a high pop-up over towards first base. And it is going to be caught for out number 1. A nice little grab over there at first. And with one away, that'll bring us to Gruka. But of course, if things go quick, we could see the 6th inning and maybe even the 7th. At the same time, if we're tied, we are not going to stop at the time limit. But this one is absolutely clobbered deep to right field, and it's going to be down in the gap for extra bases. Gruka is going for second, and he is going to dive on in there. It's a one-out double for Alex Gruka, the shortstop. What a swing. He got every bit of that baseball and then some. Nearly ripped the casing off of it with it. Exactly what they needed. Again, the pressure is on to get some plays and to get some runs. There's one of their plays. They need more with it as here comes Vinny DeSantis. Bunt shown, bunt down. Over towards one they go, and there is out number 2, but the tying run now stands 90 feet away. I don't hate the decision there. At the same time, you're barreling the baseball well off this pitcher. See what the offense can do naturally. But we will go to the top of the order here with Jack Cruz, the DH, as he will stay in for Wade. The DH pretty much has been an eliminated position. And Cruz takes ball 1 low. Of course, if you don't end up having a tie or better, you want to go to the 6th inning, which is easier said than done right now with the time. But this ball is again clobbered deep to center field and down for extra bases. Jack Cruz has done it for the Diamond Boys. It's an RBI double to tie it up at 5. Never count out the Diamond Boys. This group is rallying around each other again. It's just like the last game. Double bunt RBI double. My goodness. That ball drops in a perfect spot, and now you try to go out here and take the lead, and from there, extend the inning as much as you can. Make them work. And there is ball 1 in the dirt. You want this inning to somehow end by 3:59, which right now you need 20 minutes of game, which I'd be surprised if it happened. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Galvin trying to replicate the magic that we have seen twice this inning on the doubles. We have seen some really good swings from this Diamond Boys group today. The 1-1. Thought about it, but in the end, it's just off the plate. Count now 2-1. After Galvin, it goes to Elliot Miller, the catcher. But again, another back and forth game today at Lakewood. Good contact again towards the left field line, and it is going to drop, and it is going to be ruled foul. If there was ever a ball that you would want to reverse the decision on, it was that one. That gets down, you're probably back up by 1. Instead, it's 2-2. Now, if you're the Mavericks and you score in the next inning, you're going to kind of go out there and twiddle your thumbs as much as you can. Essentially, just take a knee. The 2-2 chopper over towards short. Sega's throw to 1. It is there, and the side is retired. But it is now 5-5. An RBI double does the business for the Diamond Boys, courtesy of Jack Cruz. To the bottom of the inning we go. We'll see if we have a new pitcher on the mound when we return for the Diamond Boys as they look to settle it down here and take the tie into the 6th.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
To the bottom of the fifth we go. Honors even at 5. Again, we do have a 2-hour time limit, but we have to have a winner. 3:43 the time right now. 3:59 is the latest, or actually the time that you can no longer start a new inning. But it's crazy to think that we could have extras starting in the 7th inning, which we still don't know on the format what would happen. But right now, we're focused on what we do know. It is going to be Lucas Butcher now on the mound for the Diamond Boys as they look to settle it down here. The 0-1 misses inside. But if you're the Diamond Boys, you want to go out here, silence the Mavericks, score, hold them, and you're done. Go to the championship. The 1-1, though, is gripped into left field for a leadoff single. The Mavericks, though, have a plan of their own to try and go out here and win the game right now. Or at least take a lead into the next inning. With Grayer Sweeney, another nice cut. He has had a couple of nice swings today for the Mavericks. Leadoff man on as here comes Schaefer. And Schaefer will take strike 1 low in the zone. Once again up next, it is going to be the North Coast Rebels taking on Release Edwards. That'll be your 3 versus 2 matchup. The 0-1, another good drive into left field, and it is going to be caught for out number 1. A nice little redemption play for Huber now in the game out and left. And that's the out that you want to make. On the fly, no possible chance for a move. And now here comes Ryan Sweeney again. So far, a walk and a punch out for him. Butcher, though, has come on and has really given some stability to this defense, at least in a small sample. You need stability as a team. If you can go out here and trust your guys going forward with this kind of system, you have a chance to continue your bid for the upset. The Diamond Boys, they had the driver's seat until last inning. The 0-1 runs inside and nearly hits them. The ball does get away from the catcher, and it's a free base potentially, and it will be. Miller's throw not going to get there in time. But an excellent attempt as that ball was a lot closer than it realistically should have been. Once again, 3:45, 14 minutes away from the time limit. But I do think it has to hit 4 o'clock because I think it has to be a full hour. That minute has to be done as Sweeney puts this one into shallow center field. And it's going to drop and get past the center fielder. It's going to roll past Galvin, and that is going to give the Mavericks back the lead. Exactly what they were looking to do. The Diamond Boys score 1 at the top, but the Mavericks respond as well. Be an RBI single for Sweeney on advancement on the error, too. But 6-5, the number 1 seed, trying to stave off this upset. That'll help. But Galvin just kind of got caught out in a bad spot. In the meantime, grounder over towards first, or third, and now it's thrown across the diamond. And the runner able to advance to third, 2 down. So lots to unpack there. Delgoid, 2 for 2 entering that at bat. Just couldn't get it done there, but does the job moving up the runner to third. Run number 7, now 90 feet away. And now Winbrandt a chance to drive him in. But there was strike one from Butcher. So realistically, the Diamond Boys need to do the same thing again in the sixth. Time is 3:47, so most likely the sixth will be our last inning. The 0-1, a weak dribbler, but I think they're going to call it foul, and that is indeed the decision. And Winbrand a little shaken up after that swing. Just a really awkward play that doesn't really settle well with him. And he will take a second to himself. Once again, stay tuned for the next game after this. Of course, we will have our final commercial break and our player of the game announcement brought to you by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center to follow this half inning, potentially, if not after the final inning of this game. Which, of course, given the time limit and where things stand, I'd be kind of surprised if we were out of here after the fifth. I think the sixth will be our final inning of game number 3 today. And then from there, we'll see what Release Edwards can do on their quote-unquote home turf. A lot of talent on that roster, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them dominate, but at the same time, don't count out the North Coast Rebels, a group that really we haven't seen ever in our coverage of travel baseball over the past 3 years. But no better time than now to see them hop onto the scene and show what they can do. But the Diamond Boys, just great fight and great grit to even get to this point. They were dead in the water against Force, and they fought back to make it a game, and my goodness, they made that one a game. Winbrand, high pop-up going over towards first in foul territory, and down it goes over Maxwell. So now an 0-2 count. You just need a strike here, and you go to the sixth inning, you will see that inning go on, but you're probably down to your final 3 outs. And my question is for the Mavericks, do you keep on your pitcher and Lappin? The reason why I question it, they have loved his contact. They have made a lot of good contact against him. 2 doubles last inning. Do you trust that he settles it down here? The focus is this at-bat first. The 0-2 is driven into center field towards Galvin, and he is going to make the grab to end the inning. He needed to hang on to it and did in the end. A big stop for the Diamond Boys, but 1 run still does score for the Ohio Mavericks. To the 6th inning we go. It is the Mavs up 6-5 on the Diamond Boys in the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament semifinals.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Before we begin the 6th inning, we do have some clarification. If the situation happens where We exceed the time limit. It's 6-6, meaning this game is tied, or whatever the score will be if this game is tied going into the 7th. The 7th inning would turn into an extra inning. Just to clarify, ground ball to get things going in the top of the 6th inning, and there is out number 1 at first. But of course, none of that matters if the Diamond Boys cannot score here as Miller grounds out. Realistically, they do have 2 outs to play with. As here comes Luke Maxwell, the first baseman, an RBI double, a walk, and a flyout for him so far. New pitcher as well, it is Mac Buell now on the rubber for them, and it's going to be driven into right field and down for extra bases. Exactly what the doctor ordered again. Their 3rd double in 2 innings. What a swing from Luke Maxwell, his 2nd double of the day. And off of Mac Buell, who has come on because of how well they barreled up the last pitcher. It's the same result. When push comes to shove, they continue to make play after play, swing after swing. And that is a great example of it here. Luke Maxwell is on fire. And that ball will just hit the inner edge of the strike zone on Hilkert. You score here, and the Mavs don't score. We are off to extras, technically. The 0-1, driven the other way, into the corner and down for extra bases again. The Diamond Boys come alive when their backs are against the wall. It is an RBI double this time for Garrett Hilkert. Make it 6-6. We are tied again in the semifinals. What a day at the ballpark. 2nd double of the day for Garrett Hilkert. Back-to-back doubles. 4 in the last 2 innings. 5 in the last 3 for the Diamond Boys. Unprecedented hitting. And timely hitting. That time, though, it dips in for strike 1 on Fashionpour. Keaton Fashionpour, a freshman player from Revere High School. A big go-ahead run now in scoring position, though, for the Diamond Boys. Time is 3:54. Again, this is going to be the last inning of actual regular baseball. But the Diamond Boys, if they come out here and take a lead, they have a lifeline if things don't go well. You got to love baseball sometimes, just the way things work out. We have seen 3 amazing games today. The 1-1, ooh, it folds him for strike 2. Fashionpour was thinking a little too outlandishly about that pitch. Buell has him where he wants him, 1-2 the count. And Fashionpour will take that one, a nice call in the dirt. I don't know the last time that we have had this many good games in a row. Potentially 2 going to extras back-to-back, and right now, the differential in runs being literally 1. The 2-2, Fashionpour rolls on over towards third. The throw to 1 is going to be in time for out number 2. But the go-ahead run now 90 feet away. I talked about 6 being a magic number. Game 1 was 6-5. Game 2 was 6-6. Game 3 sits at 6-6. And now here comes Jacob Huber, the left fielder. What a spot for him. Base hit, you take the lead again. Buell trying to nail it down for the Mavericks. This is going to be the last inning of regulation, pretty much confirmed, and I think with it being 3:56 and the warm-up time for the pitcher, it is confirmed. The 1-0, driven into right field, and caught! What a play at second! The inning is over! The Diamond Boys nearly had their lead, but it is taken away by a web gem. Unbelievable! What a catch at second base. That ball was absolutely smoked on over there. It's the hop that just saved the game for the Mavericks. Out of this world defense. It has been happening all day. To the bottom of the 6th we go. The Diamond Boys looking to hang on when we return to Lakewood.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
If the Mavericks score, they advance to the championship game. Welcome back to Lakewood High School, bottom of the 6th inning. The Diamond Boys again from behind scratch across a run. But they need one more defensive stand to force extra innings. It'll still be Lucas Butcher on the mound for the boys. But for the Mavs, it'll be 9-10-1 due up as there is strike one. It is 3:58 p.m. and unless we have the fastest possible inning, the next one is going to be normal in the sense of extras. The 0-1, though, is driven into center field and caught. One up, one down. Nice catch out there by Nick Galvin. And with one away, that'll bring us over to Ryan Elliott. This is another instance of forget the time limit. We are going to have some extra baseball. Again, unless we see the Mavericks score. And if not, it'll be Gruca, DeSantis, and Cruz in the 7th due up for the Diamond Boys. A 1 count here on the center fielder. That time, though, a little bit too low from Butcher. But what an interesting game again. The Sixes really dictating where each game has gone. 35 combined runs in 3 games, not too shabby. And again, game number 3 is delayed by at least 15 minutes now. So probably more like 45 when it's all said and done. The 2-1 rolled over towards third. A tough play to make on the run, but the Diamond Boys get it done. 2 down. An excellent charge and shuck across the diamond by Fashionpour. And that'll roll us back to the top of the lineup with Max Sega. We've already seen extra innings once today, and we are 1 out away from seeing it again. Everything is on the line. The tournament hopes of both teams are on the line. Chopper right back up the middle, and we will be going to extras. To the 7th inning we go. Extras for the 2nd time today. The honors are even through 2 hours of this semifinal, and it's go time. 6-6 your score. Top of the 7th coming up.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
For the second time in 3 games today, and for the second time in 2 games today for the Diamond Boys, we will play into extras. The time limit of 2 hours has been reached, but no winner has been decided. 6-6 your score as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon, live from Lakewood High School. It'll be Gruco leading it off here for the Diamond Boys as he takes strike 1. As it was back in game number 2 today with extras, it'll be the same here. Run around second to begin each inning. The 0-1, ground ball over towards right center and through. An excellent swing from Gruca, and that'll put runners at the corners. And now it'll turn to Vinny DeSantis. But Gruca today, 3 for 4 with an RBI. He has been stellar. And this is where you try to naturally orchestrate a few runs to really solidify your case. They had to do it last time. Scored 2 runs in extras. And a chance to do it again. But DeSantis, he has the biggest job of all, at least giving them a lead for the time being. Runner will go, pitch inside, and there is no throw down. So Gruca now stands in scoring position. A single could make it 8-6. But this year's tournament turning out to be one heck of a finish. The 1-0 wide for ball 2. And if Butcher can stay on for a high, or the Diamond Boys and do his thing again, you give him some run support, the Diamond Boys have a great chance. As well, the infield is going to be in here for the Mavericks. 2-0 backed him out for ball 3. One more ball, the bases will be loaded at the top. And it is going to go. There he is. That'll be number 8, Butcher, batting in place of Cruz. The 3-0, it is high for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded with none down. What an opportunity here for Butcher, getting his first at-bat of game number 3 today. Game number 2 overall for the Diamond Boys. Anything but at the plate. You need to bring in 1 this inning. That is a non-negotiable based on this setup. All eyes on Lucas Butcher. Butcher had the right idea down the right field line, but foul. That right field corner is arguably the most unforgiving part of any ballpark in Northeast Ohio. You just get lost out there easily. The 0-1 is off the plates. Time now 4:05. So you talk about a great way to lead into semifinal number 2. I'll tell you what, the championship, it has a lot to live up to. If this is the standard, sharp grounder over towards short, they will get the out at 2. The return to 1 is in time for outs 1 and 2. It's a big double play, but a run will come across for the Diamond Boys as they take a 7-6 lead. And they still do have a runner on at third, so they will take that trade-off, honestly. 6-4-3 is not ideal, but you want to bring in runs, that's what you need to do to keep this game going. And that'll help in a big way. But well played by Sega, Sweeney, and Bohannon. And in the meantime, this one will be fouled down the line. It'll be Annalore in the game in place of Galvin. So just like the last game, Bryce making a lot of changes down the stretch. Trying to get his best guys an opportunity here. The 0-1 in there for strike 2. For the Mavericks, it is going to be Sega running the bases, which is not ideal with his speed. Then Buell, Bohannon, and Sweeney 2 through 4 due up. The 0-2 driven up the middle and down in center field. It's an RBI single for Joey Annalore off the bench. And that'll make it 8-6 Diamond Boys. They had the bases loaded. DC loves it. And Annalore helps them continue moving along the tracks. There's your insurance. Much needed insurance. With the bases loaded, you'll take 2. Maybe even more, depending on how this inning ends up shaping out. But the Diamond Boys, they led early by 3. Went down 5-4, ended up tying it. And then losing it again, having it tied, and then having to draw a line in the sand of the 6th to now a 2-run inning so far as things stand. And if they can get 3 outs, they're out of here and off to the championship game. What a story for them today. The 1-1, a good drive off towards left field and through just past the shortstop. And that'll put 2 on, still 2 down, and here comes Luke Maxwell. Maybe the last guy the Mavericks want to see in the batter's box today. But a great full extension by Sweeney, trying to get there to knock it down. Just couldn't in the end. Time now is called. And this is going to be a big conversation. Do you keep Buell on the mound, or do you make a change? But this group was so close to making it happen, going to the championship as the 1 seed. But as we've said in the past, the Mavericks, they dominate the pool play. But in the tournament, when we actually go down to the elimination style, other teams come in and take the wins from just underneath them. And as of right now, it looks like that could be happening again here. The top of the 7th inning has been bonkers so far, and there's more conversation happening from the Mavericks side. But Luke Maxwell, a pair of doubles, a walk, and a fly out. 2 for 3 in RBI in this game. Can he do it again? Maxwell takes high and in for ball 1. This is what tournament baseball is all about. On a random Sunday, going out and playing for hardware and playing with every bit of effort you have left after an exhausting weekend. The 1-0, Maxwell, a drive deep to left field, and again it's down. Luke Maxwell does it again for the Diamond Boys. 1 run will score. It's an RBI double for 2-1. Make it 9-6 Diamond Boys. Build the statue already. 3 doubles in 1 game. And a pair of RBIs for his efforts as well. What a 2-out rally. What a turnaround. The Diamond Boys have themselves a stud at number 21, and so does Ken Roosevelt's. Unreal performance this weekend from Luke Maxwell. And there is ball 1 off the plate to Hilkert. So right now a 3-run lead entering the bottom of the 7th inning. The most amount of runs they have scored in an inning in today's game. The 1-0 pulls it over towards third, got jammed up. The throw to 1 is going to be on the money. And the Mavericks have some work to do, down by 3. What an inning by the Diamond Boys. They put it together. They lead by 3. Last chance for the Mavericks when we return. 9-6 your score. The number 4 seed looking for the upset in the semifinals.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Last chance for the 1 seed, 9-6. Your score, the Diamond Boys up by 3 after a great top of the 7th inning. Their best offensive explosion of the ball game, getting 3 on the board. On the brink of elimination, they got it done. But still, work has to be done with a runner at second base to start with. But there is strike 1 from Butcher. 3 outs away from upsetting your way to a championship game in your first weekend of play. The 0-1 misses inside and low. It is going to be Buell along with Bohannon and Sweeney. 2 through 4 due up for the Mavericks here. Just trying to find a way to get the job done. At the same time, the Diamond Boys just trying to do the same thing. They want to show they belong here. They want to show that they belong in the championship game that is to follow it around. I'm not even going to say 6 p.m. later on tonight. The 2-1 is in the dirt for ball 3. Again, after Buell, it goes to Bohannon. And he would represent the tying run here. So once again, we are far from done. That pitch is in the dirt. Leadoff man is on. Second free pass of the day for Buell, putting a pair on with none down. No action in the bullpen right now for the Diamond Boys. Again, you have to keep in mind they need to keep some pitching available. They've already thrown 3 guys in this game. A high pop-up and out of play it goes. Anything free this defense can get, they will take, and same with the offense. After Bohannon, Grayer Sweeney is your winning run. Once again, this is officially extra innings. And with it, we are playing extra inning rules with the runner beginning at second base. There was some talk as to if it officially was the 2-hour time limit, which, again, checking up here, it was confirmed. The 1-1, high. Butcher needs to settle back in here. Easier said than done. Of course, he did drive in a run earlier, the go-ahead run at the time. But his job and involvement is not over yet. And he is a ball away from walking aboard the tying run and loading the bases with none down. Very similar to what we saw in the top of the inning. Butcher sets and fires. It's off the plate. The bases loaded for Grayer Sweeney. Time is going to be called here by the Diamond Boys. The question is, do you go out here and make a pitching change or just try to settle him down? Or will you go out there? Actually, no. Bryce is going to stay in the dugouts. The winning run, though, now at the plate as there is strike 1. 3 outs away, still true. But easier said than done. Your play, either double play or at the plate. But you need to get the outs. That one, though, hits him. That'll make it 9-7. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Still none down this inning, too, as time has been called. Butcher just out of rhythm here. And we'll see if that's going to be it for him. It looks like it is going to be. This is once again where you empty the pile of chips, push it all to the center of the table, and say, I'll call. The call to the bullpen. It has been made. A big time for the Diamond Boys. 9-7 your score in the bottom of the 7th inning. Trying to win this one when we return.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Bases loaded, none down at the bottom of the 7th inning. The Diamond Boys trying to stay on top. The Mavericks trying to fight to get the win as the 1 seed to advance to the championship game. It is now Joey Annalore on the mound for the Diamond Boys. And his first pitch, did it hit him? Yes, it did. Make it 9-8. Back-to-back hard 90s. Now a 1-run game. The winning run stands at second. A base hit could do it. It's Ryan Sweeney stepping in. An RBI single his last time up. But this 7th inning has been off the rails, unhinged. Annalore tries to hit the outer portion of the zone, but can't connect. Once again, up next, we'll have our player of the game announcement after our final commercial break, and then the North Coast Rebels versus Release. Ground ball up the middle. This could be 2. They'll get the out at 2. The relay to 1 is wide. It's going to go wide. A runner will come home, and he will score. The Mavericks will walk it off and advance to the championship. 10-9, your final. What a way to win it. One of the best games that you will see this season. And it ends in walk-off fashion. Their second 4 spot of the game. It's just that throw to first that goes well wide. And that's enough to bring in the game winner. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
What a win for the Ohio Mavericks. 10-9, your final and semifinal number 1 of the day. Your player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, will go to Ryan Sweeney. In the end, he drove in the winning run, and for that, he has earned our player of the game honors. Time to go on over to game link number 4, semifinal number 2 time, as the number 2 Release Edwards team takes on the number 3 North Coast Rebels. But this is Nathan Smee for now, signing off from Lakewood High School as you are watching the Tim Lally Memorial Diamond League Tournament Championships on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. We'll see you all in a few minutes for game number 4 of the day.